put it in the hair. Okay. So again, just for those just tuning in. So the way to do the hair first, right? is I got to get it wet. So go under the sink, blah, 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 blah. Then I towel dry it. Then I take Hans de Foucault, not sponsored, but they're a great product, which is a clay.
What?
Take like a little bit of it, like literally like a tiny bit of it. Hans de Foucault. It's the name of the product.
Sounds like bad guy from Die Hard.
It is. So you take a little bit, just like I'm talking. And then after that, what you do, you're going to want to put it in.
Johnny John John!
It's towel dry then. So then what you're going to do is you're going to put that in there, and then you take the blow dryer and just blah, 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 blah. Then you take the Gorilla powder, you put it in, and then you put that throughout your hair. Then you take the comb to it, and then you have.
Now we're talking.
I think it's really rude. It was. Oh, baby. We here.
Joey Buttafuoco, clay.
Hans de Foucault.
Remember Joey Buttafuoco, everybody?
I said we here.
We steer.
You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. Tom Grossi, Brandon Perna, and this is G P S.
We've really got to clean up this intro. This is the clickbait sports of intros.
No, but it's actually good. It's endearing. So it's
we do got a show today, baby. Tom and I mind melted. We did a mind melt, ladies and gentlemen.
So literally, we're making our agenda for today. And I was like, you know what? Because again, there's like some news floating around, right? So you got linebackers being signed. Kareem Hunt is visiting with the Saints, and you got some stuff there, right? But for the most part, it's still a little quiet. Preseason football this week. We're like, man, what would be a good topic? Good topic. And I was like, what about like hyped and overhyped teams? So then Brandon, LOLs in all caps, so he actually did it in real life.
And you're probably like, why is that funny, dick?
Yeah, why is that funny, right? It was just an amusing idea. He sends me a text between Will Keys and himself about things to figure out for upcoming videos. And in there, Brandon Perna said, most overhyped and underhyped. Exactly what I said. Mind meld, Tom Grossi, Brandon Perna. That's why we're GPS.
We a GPS.
Let's go. Katie and Tyler Bishop, congratulations.
Katie and Tyler, nice.
Buffalo all the way this time. Let's go.
Ooh.
Crush it, baby. Let's go. Crush
Somebody
it.
say, give Buffalo a shout out.
No, it's the Bills! Buffalo all the way this time!
It's their time.
Nope.
Not even close.
You're getting a package coming today, by the way, Brandon. Remember I told you about that one package I was going to send you? I'll remind you after the show. But yeah.
I forgot already.
So, yeah.
We got a lot going on, you know?
Oh, you do? You got a lot going on?
Yeah. Got a lot going on, getting a little overwhelmed.
Oh, me too, buddy.
You know, starting to feel the stress of the season coming.
Buddy, it's preseason football this week. I get to stream an actual game on Friday. Packers, Bengals. Yeah, it's preseason, but it's football, and it's my team.
That's right.
It's so great.
Yeah, we got Broncos game Friday, too. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, you streaming it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
I think so.
All right.
See a little Russell Wilson play and the new Sean Payton,
Whoa!
whatever.
Brandon Perna got a hundo.
Oh, my God. Lord Taco. You know how many tacos I could buy with that?
8?
You must know.
Johnny John John! Woo!
At least 50.
9?
Can you still get 79-cent tacos at Taco Bell?
10?
We could get 100.
11?
How many? What's the
You're gonna
most amount of
tax, though.
tacos I could eat?
You're going to run into... So first of all, YouTube's going to take 30% of this, but let's just say it's the 21st of September. You decide to go out to Taco Bell, which is already a lie because that means you'd have to go out, and you're not going out during the football season. That's lie number 1. But anyway, you get 30% of it, so you're going to get $70. So how many tacos can you buy with $70? And again, you only have 70, so you got to watch out for tax.
Taco Bell prices.
That's what you got to look out. Yeah, I'll probably want to
here.
do
Tacos. What? What the? What is the?
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Is there inflation? Is it a little expensive? Oh Lord.
The only dollar taco is a spicy potato soft taco.
That sounds about right.
What are we in Ireland? A crunchy taco, $1.79. This is.
Let's go. I told you, and you said 100. You said 100. I don't know what land you think you live in anymore, but it's
like
not.
Taco Bell, unless they're considering sponsoring the show. Then I love them.
You know what? It's a little gloomy out today. I'm gonna turn on the studio lights.
I'll have one potato taco without cheese or sour cream.
That sounds like my order.
That's exactly what it was.
So you had to order it with that? Like, okay, guys, I'd like to order my taco, please. It's gonna be
only nerds can eat cheese.
You can't drink beer because you're tum-tum.
I did drink some beer this summer.
Summer.
I take medication and it's helped. We are going to rank the most overhyped and underhyped and properly hype checks out teams today. 43, Josh. All right, that's a good number. First, when did the Alvin Kamara suspension? Was that after last week's show? Did we not talk about that?
It was after last week's show because we were talking about what we thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah, we said. I think we hit it on the nose. We said
we said it was going to be less. Like it wasn't going to be much. It wasn't.
So Kamara got a 3-game suspension. So that's a pretty good scenario for him and for the Saints. Why is Kareem Hunt even there? They got Jamal Williams. They got Kamara coming back. Well,
Benjamin just tore his Achilles, so they probably need a backup. So I think that also just says, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that just no team really believes in Kareem Hunt, right? If they're bringing him in to be the backup for like 3 games.
Yeah.
I
wonder if they would sign Kareem Hunt.
Oh, man.
And then, let's say he plays a lot in those first 3 games and looks really good.
Yeah.
Would he be a trade piece?
I had a sneeze.
Oh.
Okay. It's gone. He could. So maybe it's kind of like a tryout, right? Where it's kind of like, hey, go and see how that you get. That's it.
Fallen.
We didn't let it put it this way. We didn't make the playoffs last year with Rodgers. So, That's what I'm saying. That's what we're saying. So anyway, but yeah, so I don't like maybe potentially, but maybe they just like want to stash him.
Thank
Okay,
you,
40
Johnny.
crunchy tacos for $70 after tax verified on app. There you go. Now that is what we're talking about here. That's what
Hot
that's what we're
taco.
talking about. So
Who's
you
got
can
a
only
hot
get
taco for me?
you can only get 40 tacos. Remember when you said at least 50? You remember that? Wow, your math was so wrong. It was so wrong. Like it wasn't even close. Like you were 10 you would have shown up to Taco Bell and you'd be like, I'll have 50 tacos, please. And it would have been too expensive. And you would have had to turn back. I need to give back 10 of these tacos. And they're like, sir, that's not how it works. And you're like, well, I just don't have the money. And then they keep you there to wash dishes and you miss the Broncos game.
I would never miss a
And
Broncos
that's
game.
because you didn't math right.
Even if I were in jail,
That's it.
I would still figure
You'll
out a
say.
way to watch the Broncos play football, Tom.
All right. But yeah, let's get all the other news out of the way first, and then we'll get to the hyped, overhyped.
Yeah, we'll rank these. We'll tier them. We will
Yeah.
tier list these
Yeah.
godforsaken teams.
Yeah. So, I just wanted to shout out the Green Bay Packers. I want to shout out and condemn the Green Bay Packers in the same sentence. Okay. One, a lack of shout out because they had family night, which is the practice where they have it in Lambeau Field. They sell tickets for like $10. And it's basically just like a regular practice. And at the end, they have like a laser show and fireworks. It's very, very nice. People bring their kids, the whole 9 yards, right? And other teams do this. They
Right.
definitely do this. And like they go, they fill a team. Ain't nobody fill out a stadium for a practice like the Green Bay Mother Loving Packers. Like the Packers. They sold 73,000 tickets to a practice. And meanwhile, you look at other teams and it's like, oof. I'm just saying.
That's because there's things to do in other places.
Shut up, Brandon. Have you ever even been to Green Bay? I'm so tired of this narrative. Is Green Bay a small city? Absolutely. But there are things to do there. There's
Like
things
what?
to do. Where do you want me to start? You could go. There's water activities. You could go to the lake. Okay.
Yeah,
There
you
is
got
the
about
downtown,
a 1 month
which is
window before
you
it's
could go
too
to
cold to get
Titletown
in that
District, which
water.
is across the street. On top of that, I'm talking about right now. Right now, you go swimming. Right now, you go swimming. Okay, you go swimming. Go to Door County. It's beautiful up there. Soak in the
I'm
nature.
not saying it's not beautiful. I'm just saying.
Hell, you can
you
take a
live
quick little drive to
close
Milwaukee
to,
and
you
go
know,
do any of the
Costco.
things
You might
that
be
are in
like,
Milwaukee.
I could go to
I'm
Packers
just
family
saying.
night, or I could get to Costco early, avoid the crowd, pick up my toilet paper, my paper towels, set for the month.
I've seen your toilet paper though. It's like not full 2-ply.
It is full 2-ply.
It's like 1.5 ply. Honestly.
It is full 2-ply. I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't use your personal bathroom. I used the one that was in the hall. And I'm pretty sure it was like 1.5 ply. Maybe that's what you gave me. Because you were just like, he's a guest. He doesn't deserve the finer things.
Bring out the bad toilet paper for Tom.
That
And
wouldn't be.
I gave Johnny Barks a special role just for him.
I don't know. He deserves to wipe his bum with something nice.
Yeah.
So
after he ate that green chili, he did get some indigestion. So who knows?
I remember my first green chili. I remember.
My favorite thing. This is kind of like how slow the news is this week. This is literally my favorite thing. It's just the hodgepodge. Carson Wentz got his Eagles helmet on, his Commanders practice jersey, his Colts shorts, and he's working out, trying to get the attention of somebody. And I don't know about that tattoo. It's a big Jesus fish on a bicep.
Anyway, so they had family night where they sold 73,000 tickets, which is really impressive. However, the Green Bay Packers, Mark Murphy, president of the Packers,
Marcus Murphy.
they were asked, "Oh, are you going to be streaming it?" In which they replied, "No, because of competitive advantage," which is BS because it's shown throughout the state a bit, right? And you're basically not allowed to show it. And when they did show it on NBC, it was filled with commercials. So yeah, just disappointing all the way around. Just be like, hey, stop limiting access to your team and making up reasons as to why, because that's not a thing. Because
I think they did a favor. If you've ever watched practice, it again, boring.
So just saying.
I'm not gonna get a bidet. I'm not gonna
Why not?
install that.
Why not?
Speaking of water activities, Wisconsin bidet.
Probably the Patriots. It's probably the Patriots. They probably did it. It's probably the Patriots.
Ooh, it had to be Bill Belichick's drone. 100%.
Yeah. So it's just dumb. It's just dumb because, like, again, I want access to teams for all fans. So
yeah, everybody wants access. I just want access when it's interesting.
Did you hear about this, about Blake Martinez?
Yeah.
So I knew about Blake Martinez because obviously he's a former Packer. Then he went to the Giants for a bit, but he left and like that made big stories, right? Because he left and basically was making more money, trading and selling Pokemon cards than he was in the NFL, right? The thing is,
devil's lettuce.
What he's doing, he started scamming people because he was breaking packs and was like hiding actual like good cards that like were supposed to go to other people and like selling them on the side in a whole 9 yards. So yeah, not a great look for Blake Martinez, but I knew he started doing stuff because he was working with Heritage Auctions, which is a site I use every now and then to like buy some stuff. And I was like, oh, that's Blake Martinez. I know that name. And now I don't think he's going to be working with them anymore, I would assume.
Yeah, he made like multi-million dollars in Pokemon card sales.
Yep. Oh, freaking U.S. women's team. Ugh.
They missed the goal.
Oh, they missed a few times. Yeah. That was I'm glad I didn't stay up to watch it because that was disappointing. So whatever. Also, like, good God, man. These ones in Australia, it's tough. Like, these start times are rough. It's not good. It's not good. Brandon does not care. Brandon does not care at all.
I did not watch soccer this week.
True story. He is.
I root for the teams to win. That's what I do.
Oh, England won today. Oh, they went to penalties too.
Wow.
Australia won. Okay. All right. So tomorrow at 4 a.m. is Colombia and Jamaica, and at 7 a.m. is France and Morocco.
Who's better, France or Morocco?
He doesn't have one. He never fixed
I gotta re-up my PO box. I haven't paid for a while.
Let's go. Did you want? Go ahead. You want to get into the tier list? You look excited that you want to get into the tier list.
I love tears.
I know you do.
That's why I cry so much, Tom.
Come on. Put on up. There it is.
Oh, there's that list of tiers.
It's Rachel. Rachel making the wonderful hype checks out, underhyped, overhyped. Okay, I like this.
Oh, I need Rachel to make me a logo.
Need Rachel to make you a logo? What kind of logo?
Yeah. It needs to be Jesus wearing rollerblades while doing a trick on a skateboard with like flames and money and just like stuff behind him. I went to the Dollop Live podcast last night.
I figured you were there.
They're doing another show tonight in Denver. If you haven't seen the Dollop Live, but they're dropping their J-Town merch. And I think if Rachel designs them a super cool J-Town logo, J-Town's just a nickname for Jesus. It's turned into like a thing. And I just want to tweet them Rachel's logo of J-Town. Speaking of all the derpy logos done by Rachel, we will be using them today for the teams.
I love how, again, the chat's looking out. They're like, don't you want to do the fantasy read before you get into this?
Wow. Okay, well, we got 2 underdog drafts in the description below. 2 links.
Time to join.
Better join, Tom.
I'll go get it.
Underdog drafts in the description below. 2 links.
Time to join.
Wow. Whoa. Underdog fantasy. Look, I got my light up from Underdog. There, it's just big.
Shining bright like a diamond.
I drilled it right into these oak shelves. These are old. These are made in the like 70s or 80s.
Oh, I got in. I got in one.
Right into that wood to support the Underdog sign because
There's only
Underdog
3
is
left in that.
supporting us. Underdog fantasy. It's fantasy football like you've never played it before. You can do NFL. You can do golf right now because golf is happening. Basketball, baseball. You can do different drafts every week. Right now, their big tournament, 2 big ones. Well, no, there's actually a lot.
Got it.
There's a lot of them. Let me connect. Let me switch.
I'm in. There's only 2
Use our
spots
code
left to
GPS. You can sign up with the link below. You got to use the code. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. And what if we call Underdog and be like, if we convince one person to sign up with $100 million, will you match the deposit? What do you think they'll say?
No, I think they'll say no.
Well, I'm gonna make the call.
Okay. Are they still answering your calls?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody answers my calls.
The Pup Cup. Okay. Yeah.
So,
I forgot to tell you real quick. So you'll appreciate this story. So on Underdog, what I did is because like there was that boxing match between Logan Paul and Nate Diaz, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't watch boxing at all. I have no idea. So there was over under for how many power punches thrown, and I was like, oh, and it was like 35 or something. I was like, gonna take the under on both of them, and that's how I lost $50 because they threw over 130 each. So
you should have called me. I'd be like, the only things they're gonna be throwing are power punches in this boxing match.
I was way off by like 100. Like I was way off. Like,
look, you got to sign up with Underdog with our links. Everybody else's links don't work anymore, I've been told. So this is the only way, literally, you can sign up for Underdog. Best Ball Mania. No, scroll down. Not this way.
Best ball, it's the best ball.
15 minutes. It won't let me. Oh, it's
there you go.
Messed up. Watch. Let me do this.
I remember my first time using the internet.
Look, $3 million to first place. You gotta, if you're gonna enter this, you have to do it before the season starts. Okay, so time is running out to sign up for Best Ball Mania. It's their biggest tournament. It's the biggest fantasy tournament, I believe, anywhere around. I've been doing some research on about how you draft to win this tournament. I tweeted out like a good, I think it was an Athletic article about how to play this tournament in the previous winner. One of them. Weekly winners. That's my favorite one right now. Every week, Underdog pays out. You draft your fantasy team. They total your best score every week, and they just use that automatically for you. Now, I don't have the pick'ems legalized in my state yet, but like this is higher, lower. You just guess stat totals. This season, Tom and I are going to do a lot of these. I think it'll be a fun like weekly segment to look at different players' stat totals, and I'll make Tom do very risky bets in my behalf.
What?
Because you have to do it. I can't play it.
Wait.
Tell you what picks I want, and you're gonna make those picks.
So wait. So I'm just gonna lose money if they don't.
No. They're gonna be smart.
You just said
I'm gonna stack. I'm gonna max out my stacks. Is what I'm saying.
I love how it's fine. It's fine.
Can we fill them? We got 1 spot, 2 spots. 1 spot, 2 spot. 1 spot, 2 spots.
There you go.
Underdog fantasy. I put up this. Yep. You can use that QR code too.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
All right. Where's this?
Get out the tier list. Tier list. Tier list.
Stop screen. Present. Share screen. I wish you could attach. Hey, StreamYard, allow me to have multiple screens.
It's not going to go well. This is not.
I'm not going to scam him.
He's going to scam me.
It's not a scam.
You're going to tell me to like bet Russell Wilson over like 5,000 yards in a game. I'm going to be like, I don't think that's going to happen. You're like, no, bro, it's going to happen.
It will happen. All right. Let me get this started. Where? There it is.
Okay. Hype
Chief.
check. Yeah.
Hype checks out.
Hype checks out. Yep. That's
Super
right.
Bowl winners. I'm going to give them the luxury of going into this season. They got their quarterback, their coach. They got Travis Kelce. Yeah. Oh, did you see Patty Mahomes on the Kelce podcast put John Elway and Peyton Manning on his Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks?
Brandon.
He gave John Elway.
Brandon, we have to have a talk.
Chiefs fans love to try and shit on John Elway. Well, why don't you go listen to your own quarterback who has him as one of the 4 best QBs to ever do it, Chiefs fans?
I'm going to tell you a really
Never
hard
has
truth.
he been so right.
I'm going to tell you a really hard truth, Brandon.
What?
You can't. I'm sorry. You can't claim Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I can.
You can't.
BS. He lives in Denver. He works with the Broncos. Won a Super Bowl with the Broncos. Peyton Manning, Bronco.
So
he's a half and half.
So you're saying half and half, even though he spent the majority of it? Because I talked to Colts fans, and they were very like not. They were like, there's a statue of Peyton Manning outside of Lucas Oil. Okay.
Where does Peyton Manning live? Which team does he want to be involved with? Not the Colts.
Well, I mean, like, would you?
Peyton Manning, if he wins a Super Bowl as your quarterback, you get to claim him. That's the rules.
So if Aaron Rodgers wins with the Jets,
Super Bowls with the Broncos as he did with the Colts.
If Aaron Rodgers wins a Super Bowl with the Jets this year and then just retires,
the Jets get to claim him. 100%.
Is that how that works? Damn.
Yep.
Okay.
And it's Manning was here 4 years. You can get
That's a presidential term.
In communications in that time.
It's a presidential term.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
so do we want? I know we always just wind up adding tiers, but do we just want to put like a bad, like, or are we? You know what I mean? Because like I think there are like the Raiders, for example. Like technically the hype checks out, but the hype is that they're going to be bad.
Oh, here I got it.
You know what I mean?
I hear what you're saying.
You know, you see what I mean?
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So because literally the torch is the only thing that they have. It's electronic, and there's literally no banners for the Raiders except if you go to like the clubhouse levels where you have to pay a crap ton of money. So no, it's not Raiders enough. And again, SoFi, you're 100% correct. It's all digital, just like Allegiant, but they make up for it because it's so unique. That's all.
All right.
All I'm saying.
How's that? Hype because they suck.
Yep, that's the one. That is the one. Yep. Okay. I agree with that. So anyway. So the Raiders, I think, go there.
You want the Raiders?
I think the Raiders definitely they go there. The Buccaneers, like the Buccaneers. I feel like that goes. That
Fair to say, I don't think the Buccaneers will be back in the playoffs.
Guillermo, I love you, buddy, but I don't think.
Man, I think you can imagine that this season's not going to go well, and then it's going to be even worse than that. Like you can be preparing for a bad season, and it'll exceed your expectations in the wrong way. The way I think about it is, what area did the Raiders get better this offseason? Where did they get better?
That's a good question. I don't have. Damn it! I'm trying to open Underdog. Did I get
the second pick? Hell yeah. Second overall pick and Underdog for me.
I
All
just
Hmm.
Oh my god. How do you always get these early frickin' frackin' picks?
I'm going to take Run CMC. I'm going to take that McCaffrey.
I've never gotten a first overall pick yet.
You'll get there. I remember my first Underdog draft.
They do. They do. Yeah, the Cardinals need to be the hype because they see I'm number 2 again. Again. It's just
Did we fill them all?
yeah, I guess
We did.
I'll go Christian McCaffrey. I'd be drafting him every time I get 2.
I can't believe we filled them so quick. I'm going to put one. I'll update the link. I got one more live link.
69.
I'm going to update it.
Seriously, I never get it. I
Bam.
never get it. I have not drafted
one more draft.
Mark
I created one more draft. See if we can fill that by the end of the show.
All
All right. So we got 3 teams that are definitely going to suck, we think.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Okay.
the Rams.
Well, I think
Now,
the Rams might be
would you say
underhyped. Tom.
Underhyped? Or did you say underhyped because nobody's talking about the Rams?
Correct.
And if Cooper Kupp is able to return, and if Matthew Stafford's able to return, maybe they're pretty good.
It's all about Matthew Stafford infection and whether or not he's healthy. And I think the fact that he's returning would suggest his elbow's good to go.
Colt, you don't even know his name. It's Brandon, you dingus. So why don't you find a new way to spell names, idiot? Got him. Anyway, see you week 3.
The only person I would replace Tom Grossi with is Peyton Manning.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's
If
fair.
Aaron Rodgers says, "Hey Tom, let's do the show together, but we gotta get rid of Brendan," then full permission. You can boot me from the show.
Peyton Manning asked that?
No, Rodgers.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to ask for to
He might do a show with you. He likes talking.
I don't.
Ooh, are the Lions the most overhyped? Whoa, that's a hot take.
We'll get there. Okay. So we got Rams underhyped. See, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I
It's
can
all
agree with
about
that.
Stafford. Like if he's healthy, they should be competitive. Do I think they're going to be great? No. But last year was just such a disaster for them.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Here's a tricky one. What about the Washington Commanders? Are they hyped because they suck? Or
Is anybody hyping them?
I think they're underhyped a bit.
I would say I don't think I've heard anybody be like, you know what, the Commanders are going to be good. I haven't heard one fun thing about the Commanders except for we got rid of our cancerous owner.
That's accurate. That is 100% accurate. So I say they're underhyped because I think they could actually have a decent season. I'm not saying like they're going to win a ton of games, but I think they got a good running back, right? They got Brian Robinson. They'll be good.
And Antonio Gibson's still there. They have 2 solid running backs.
Jacoby Brissett and or Sam Howell. Like Jacoby Brissett
starting. You roll with Sammy Howell.
They were fine. They got Scary Terry. We'll see if their defense is able to return to form. I don't think they're going to be good, but I think people are like, you're going to be the worst team in the league, or like they're just such a afterthought. I think they're a little
an afterthought. They can, to me, I feel like they're kind of like last year's Steelers, where it's this young quarterback. We haven't seen much of Sam Howell. The Steelers weren't bad, but they weren't good. There's some pieces there. I think Washington probably has a better line, maybe. And then it kind of depends on, too. It's like, where's Chase Young? Like, is he going to return to that dominant form we saw when he was a rookie? So they're an interesting team, I think. They're an underhyped, interesting team. I don't know if they'll be good or not. I kind of hope they are. I hope that they aren't last place in that division, because it would be funny if, I don't know, like the Cowboys finish last, you know? So I want that. Also, did you see Albert Hainsworth saying Dan Snyder was a
Yeah.
that was like my favorite clip I've ever seen. First of all, he defends Dan Snyder, and then he calls Clinton Portis, Chris Cooley trash. And D'Angelo Hall, he's like, those guys are all trash.
It's like they deserve to be there.
And it's Albert Haynesworth.
Yeah.
Maybe the most famously overpaid free agent acquisition of all time. Like the guy who delivered the least after being paid the most. Defends Dan Snyder and said he's just like trying to play like fantasy football with money. No shit. You were the guy that everybody was like, oh my God, don't ever do this again. You couldn't even run sprints in practice. He was so out of shape. It was hilarious, though. God. Anyway.
All right.
That clip made me laugh so hard the other night.
I'm probably gonna rank them after I see them all full. Probably gonna do that. All right. So underhyped. If we want to like continue, like we try to aim for those underhyped teams.
Steelers underhyped.
I agree with that. And now here's the thing: George Pickens will make an amazing catch, and then they get overhyped, but then it goes away in like 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I feel like underhyped, I agree with, because they could be a sneaky good team. A lot of it's going to obviously depend on Kenny Pickett, but it's also that state of that offensive line because they upgraded it. So Najee Harris should have a better time running.
Yeah. If Najee Harris can average 3.8 yards per carry instead of 3.2, this is a playoff team.
They could be. I mean, like they're in a very competitive division and a competitive AFC, but also
their defense is always just good and opportunistic.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Kenny Pickett showed enough last year where you should be optimistic about him heading into year
Falcons. Here's what I'm going to say. I'll talk about the Falcons real quick. The Falcons are underhyped. However, before you move them, I know it's just camp.
Camp meet.
I know it's just camp. But like, I'm a little concerned about Desmond Ridder. Like and this is like totally an uneducated, like I haven't done a deep dive into like watching everything that Desmond Ridder. It just seems that when highlights from camp are popping up across my feed, it's usually not a good throw by Desmond Ridder. And again, I am not making any claims or being like, yep, definitely. I'm just saying it's a little.
I think hype because they suck balls.
Okay. Well, I was trying to like not say that.
This is a team that just needs to prove that they're worthy of being discussed in a competitive manner.
Because the top 100's on the players and it's all bias and it means absolutely nothing.
I don't think the Falcons will be good. And they play in a terrible division. I want Desmond Ridder to be decent. But like there's just not enough sample size to evaluate him. Like you said, it's like who cares what he's doing in training camp? I just don't think they're good yet. And I like a lot of things that they did this offseason. I think they made moves, but
I do too. Okuda's not like seriously injured, which is very, very good.
I just need to see him. Yeah, it's like, let me see them do it on the field once the season starts.
I think, like, see, I don't think the Falcons are finishing first. I think they can be a sneaky team that could win the division. I think they could. Because I think if we're actually legitimately going underhyped, in my opinion, I think the Panthers and the Falcons are both underhyped. I definitely think the Panthers. I think the Panthers could be a very solid football team. I think they're a well-coached team. Obviously depends on Bryce Young. I think they have a decent defense, and their run game should be pretty good, in my opinion. And again, they're in a garbage division, and again, not in a great conference.
All right.
So,
look.
Got it.
Atlanta. Third most rushing yards last season. Right? It was the Bears number 1, Ravens number 2, Falcons number 3. Then you had the Giants, Eagles, Browns, Niners. They do one thing very well, and that's run the ball.
True,
and
except the Buccaneers.
if they can just get more out of Desmond Ridder than they got out of Marcus Mariota last year, and that's really not asking a ton,
Not asking a ton.
then they can be good. Like, they're close to being competitive.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like every time I feel like I start to think Atlanta might do something, they don't, and they make me look stupid.
I agree with that.
I'm going to give you one. Overhyped. The Chicago Bears, Tommy.
I just want to let it be known that I was not the one that suggested this, but yes, they are overhyped. And here's the reason why. It's because they made a lot of really good offseason moves. I like a lot of the stuff that they did. I don't like it because I'm a Packers fan, but like DJ Moore, bringing him in, absolutely love that. Starting to rebuild that defense a little bit. I think the Bears will be a much better team, but they were the worst team in the league last year. So I think they'll be better. I think they have a ceiling that is definitely higher. But good God, the hype that they're getting right now, I don't agree with that.
I guess it's like, what are your expectations for the Bears? I feel like 8-9, 9-8, and that's a big leap from where they were. It's like the next step in their progression. They could turn out to be a playoff team just because I think their division is a little up for grabs.
Okay.
There's a chance there. If the Packers are good, then it's going to be tough. And if the Vikings are good, who knows? But they feel like the most hyped 3-win team I've ever seen.
Now, on that note, I think the Lions are overhyped. Because the reason being is because it's gotten to a point where it's like, okay, like this is getting crazy. Like we took the leap from, hey, they almost made the playoffs last year to now they're a Super Bowl team. And it's like, what? Like that, it just seems like we've made that enormous leap. And I think they're a playoff team. Like I really do. I do not think they're a Super Bowl team. I think they're getting hyped up a lot.
For the NFC.
I think they're getting hyped up a lot.
I think the hype checks out.
So you think they're a Super Bowl team?
No, I think they're a playoff team.
That's literally what I just said.
Yeah, so the hype checks out. I don't know anybody who's saying Lions Super Bowl.
I mean, they're literally, I think the NFL is. They're literally pitting them against the Kansas City Chiefs on the season opener.
That's going to be fun. That doesn't mean they think they're a Super Bowl team. That just means, oh, the Lions were good. Let's open the season with them. The NFL's not. That's not. The hype checks out, Detroit.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna put the Tennessee Titans as underhyped. I was all out on the Titans. All out. Then they signed DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
And that division is so winnable. For second place in that division. I just think they're a little underhyped. I think we forget that they're just a solid football team year after year. Are they boring? Yeah. Defense is always competitive.
Their defensive line is always really good.
The only thing that's stopping that team is if Derrick Henry is injured. And their defensive line. I'm not saying they're going to be great. I'm just saying they are, I think, literally one of the teams to be bottom 5 in betting.
Tell me nobody's hyping them up. Tell me nobody's hyping them up, Brandon. Tell me nobody is hyping them up, Brandon. Y'all think I'm pulling this stuff out my ass. I'm telling you, people are hyping up the Lions to be a Super Bowl team.
Their fans are. Their fans are betting on them.
No, it's not. That's what I'm saying. The majority, and again, this is about the majority of Lions fans that I'm talking to are like, yeah, we should win the division. It's coming from
they should. They should win that division.
It's coming from the outside that fans are saying, hey, they are a Super Bowl team. That's what I'm saying.
All right, I'll let Tom say they're overhyped, but in my heart, I know they're gonna They're going to sweep the Packers. They're going to get into the postseason, and then they will beat at least one team in the playoffs.
Thank you. It doesn't mean that they're going to be bad. I don't think. I have said the Lions are going to win the division many, many times. They're our favorites too. I think they're going to probably capture a home playoff game because if they win the division, they're going to do that. I'm just saying there's a lot of hype behind it.
Hype.
There is a lot.
Hype.
There is a lot.
Up.
Oh, there you go. There you go. I'm just saying. There's a lot of hype. There's a lot of hype.
Okay. You do it. I'll let you say it. Hype
I mean,
check.
I don't have to. I just showed you the article that said they're the most popular pick to go to the Super Bowl. They are. They are. So, yeah, and also, their coaching wasn't so great.
O-line's their biggest question. I don't know how much better they actually got there, but
yeah. Come on, go back to this. Okay.
Overhyped, easy. Chargers, always, without question. Just
are they
chalk
even
it in.
overhyped this year? I don't even think they are. I think this is actually one of the quietest off seasons they've had in terms of hype.
Oh, please.
Okay, give me your evidence.
Okay, you want to see my evidence?
Yeah, I want to see your evidence.
Easy. Let me just pull it up, Tom.
Because maybe it's a similar thing, what we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's my division, so I think that the Bears and Lions are overhyped. So I'm hearing a lot of it. Maybe because it's your division, you're hearing a lot of it.
Let me find this. One
I feel like last season,
article.
Last season, overhyped to the moon. To the moon. To the moon. So, just saying. Eagles Lions. Eagles Lions.
Okay, here we go. You ready? Boy, are you about to have egg on your face. Ooh.
That's not
From Google.com. Most overhyped team, Chargers.
Brandon, it's a Google Doc. And
That's the internet, bro. That is a website. www.overhypedchargers.gofuckit.com.
Okay. Is that can you spell that out for everybody?
Nope, because I can't remember what I said. But let me tell you something. The Broncos will finish ahead of the Chargers. Justin Herbert got paid a ton of money. All so he can finish third place in the division. Chargers, overhyped. Broncos.
Oh, by the way, hon, someone was saying, can you share other sites? Absolutely, I can. Here you go. NFL World expecting Lions to make Super Bowl run. Bleacher Report, 8 reasons the Lions will win the Super Bowl.
Oh.
It's not just me. I think the Lions are going to be very good. I'm just saying. They get hyped a lot outside of Detroit. Just saying. Continue. We don't have to dwell. So, I'm sorry. So, because here's the thing. The Chargers last year, I feel like... No, they deserve to be praised. I feel like the Chargers last year with all the moves they made were like, wow, like they won the offseason again. Like they're going to go and they're going to do it. But at the same time, it's kind of, I don't know. Like I feel like they just haven't done that. You're saying the Broncos are overhyped?
I'm saying Sean Payton's overhyped.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
That's my most honest take on the Broncos. And I think Sean Payton's a good head coach. I think he's going to be a good head coach. I just don't think he can work miracles. I think they'll be improved, but
cusp of the playoffs.
We already got, we're already losing players left and right. Show me something will be different this year. All right. We got to get through this. Dear
That's
God.
fair, though. That's fair. That's fair. I agree with that assessment.
49ers feel underhyped.
I think it's just because we have no idea what the hell's going on with their QB. Like
That's
we hear something to like, oh, Trey Lance looked pretty good. Like Brandon Ayuk is breaking out in camp again. Like Brock Purdy's healthy. It's just, yeah, I kind of agree with the underhyped. It's just I feel like no one's talking about them because we don't have stability on who's under center.
Yeah. Plus, they got to figure out. They got to get Bosa back. They got to get that contract. It's like the Niners to me are a team that will be very good, assuming Brock Purdy will be ready to go week 1.
Sure. I agree with
Colts.
that. I think Colts. They're in a weird spot because I think Anthony Richardson is being hyped to the moon after what he's been able to do in camp. But I think the Colts are not hyped, if that makes sense.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good observation.
You know what I mean? I feel like Anthony Richardson, people are like, he is the second coming. Like he's going to tear it up immediately. And then, get the whole team. So I feel like, you know what? Instead of why don't you just like hype checks out?
Yeah.
Because like that could kind of be like anywhere. I think the Colts could be like a very bad football team, but Anthony Richardson could look really good.
They could be the Bears of last year, basically.
They could be.
And they got to get Jonathan Taylor back or trade him for something significant.
First game together. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Oh, nice. Very good, William. Giants overhyped.
I agree.
They've got a ton to prove, in my opinion.
Their expectations are like through the roof. And I feel like, again, same thing what you just said with Sean Payton. I like Brian Dable a lot. And I think last year showed how good of a coach he is. It's just how much can you do with, what you're working with.
Is that as good as is that the best version of Daniel Jones, or is Daniel Jones capable of getting to another level? If he's capable of getting to another level, then the Giants are going to be fucking good. But if he's not, Giants fans are going to be in pain at the end of the season.
I agree. Cowboys are overhyped because they are every single year without fail.
Fair enough.
I think the Panthers are underhyped.
Oh.
I think it's just like nobody, and again, the Panthers, like not a lot, the national media usually doesn't talk about the Panthers like a lot. They're usually like a forgotten about team. And I think that Bryce Young is going to struggle in the beginning, but I think he should be okay. But again, I think they're well coached. They should have a good defense, and I think their run game should be good.
I think Bryce Young is going to struggle in the end.
Are you just saying that to be contradictory, or?
Nope. I think he's going to play really well right away. And then he's going to play not as well.
Okay.
If I can use a cliche, once the teams get the tape on him, it'll be a little easier to defend.
Okay. All right.
But he's going to play. He gets preseason action. So
I'm excited to see what he looks like.
Good. I think that was a smart pick by the Panthers. You never know with the rookie QB season. Give me a hot start from Bryce Young, though.
The Panthers, they just signed Houston.
Justin Houston.
That's who they just signed. Yeah.
Pass rush specialist who I always think is like underrated dude. He had, what do you have, like 9 sacks last year?
Oh, Houston was good.
Justin Houston always just has a lot of sacks.
Let's
see here.
Okay, yeah. Jets
9.5 sacks last year. Technically, he only started one game. Played in 14. That was in Baltimore. So specialist. He'll get you 8 to 10 sacks.
I think that the Jets might be the most overhyped team in the NFL.
Booyah!
And again, I think they're gonna be good. But
they're
they are like
between the 2020 Buccaneers and the 2022 Broncos, right? Those are the examples people cite. Well, I guess the Rams are in there too. We've had 2 good examples of a QB switching teams and stuff working right away. We've had one horrific example. I think Rodgers and the Jets will be good. There's continuity there with Hackett, but yeah, the expectations have gotten just a little crazy.
They are Super Bowl. Like that, those expectations are Super Bowl.
Yeah. The Jets just need to get back into the dance. They need to get to the playoffs, win
Which they
one
almost did
playoff
last year.
game. I see them winning one playoff game. That's what I feel like.
It's going to be when they get the AFC for the postseason is going to be a gauntlet this year. It's going to be crazy. Like that's going to be whatever team survives and makes it to the Super Bowl from the AFC. Like it's another, I said this last year. I was like, I don't know what NFC team is going to be able to compete with that.
Ooh, what if you get a Lions Jets Super Bowl?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes. Familiar foes on the biggest stage. Lions Jets. Wow.
I think the Texans are underhyped. I think Dameon Pierce is going to have a monster season. CJ Stroud, I think, will be solid. I know they don't have like a ton of weapons. And like I think that they are an underhyped team. I don't think they're going to be the worst team in the league. I don't. Your thoughts?
I agree with that. I think it's like, it feels like if you start to believe in the Texans, you're just going to get hurt.
I don't think they're going to like win the division or go to the playoffs.
No,
I just
think
they're not going to be like the first. They're not going to be competing for the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah. There's so many new things there.
Yes.
New coach, first round QB, 2 very high draft picks, Will Anderson. Like, I don't know. Do
you want to go hyped? Well, hype checks out then?
South is so stupid. It makes my brain hurt, Tom.
AFC South is dumb. Yes, I agree.
I think underhyped checks out.
Okay.
Let me give you an underhyped team, maybe. The Ravens.
Ooh, I agree. But that's the thing. It's underhyped, but everybody and their mother has the asterisk of like, it depends if they're healthy or not. Because like I could sit here right now and give you an argument of why I think the Ravens are going to go to the Super Bowl, but there is the giant, but they got to stay healthy. Yeah. And that has proven incredibly difficult to do.
3 teams paid quarterbacks this offseason: the Chargers, the Ravens, and the Eagles, right? I feel like people expect the Chargers to be in the playoffs. People expect the Eagles to be in the playoffs. Sure. Ravens? There's so much attention, and now that Lamar got paid, it's just like I feel like I don't hear much about the Ravens. Hype checks out Bills. Hype checks out Bengals. Easy breezy. They will be good.
I would
both be good enough to lose to the Chiefs in the playoffs again.
I think this is going to hurt. I think the Dolphins, overhyped. I go back and forth with them. I feel like they're overhyped because the expectations are insane, but I feel like people are sleeping on how good Tua could actually be.
Yeah, the 2 things are true. Oh, wait, hold on.
Like, you know what I mean? I feel like they're QB.
Tua things are true. There you go.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. So I feel like their expectations are like Super Bowl, win the division. Even if they win the division, I feel like that would be significant. This should be a tough division. But yeah, it's interesting because like their team could be really effing good. Like really, really good. It depends on Tua, though.
It does depend on, like, he's got to stay healthy.
Yeah, which is against like the Ravens.
The observation.
Like the whole Ravens team. It's a big if because we haven't seen examples like proving otherwise.
Yeah. Somebody said glazed over Joe Burrow's injury. He has a calf strain. I'm not worried.
Yeah, he should be back like week 1. If not, he's going to miss like 2 weeks. I'm not worried about that. They're going to be a good football team. I think the Saints are underhyped, but again, they're expected to win their division and nothing else.
Okay.
Like I think the defense will still be good. Eagles, I feel like hype checks out, in my opinion. Like they are the favorites in the NFC, and I think they've earned it.
I've never felt so confident about a Super Bowl losing team continuing to be good. Actually, I think the Bengals like tricked us a little bit last year. They started to look like they might have the Super Bowl hangover, and then they got it together. I thought the Bengals would be good. I feel like the Eagles will be good again.
Yeah.
They're just too salt. There's the talent. There's too much talent.
Yeah.
And
okay. This is where this is going to start to get difficult. This is going to get a little. The Patriots, I'm gonna go hot take and say underhyped. Because nobody's talking about them, dude. Literally nobody. Their defense should be really good. And Bill O'Brien could make a significant difference. He could. Like Mac Jones, like we did see a Matt Patricia let out, Mac Jones.
It's easy. Yeah, it's like the most arrogant thing Bill Belichick's ever done was last season, who he brought in to be offensive coordinator. I think Bill Belichick must have believed at some point Josh McDaniels would have gotten fired mid-season, and he could have just brought him back to be his OC.
Who's hyping them? We'll talk about it. We'll talk about them. Yeah, I get that.
But bringing in two guys to run your offense who don't do that, like, that's arrogant.
Seahawks, Brandon.
Yeah, Patriots, they're going to finish last in the division. Seahawks, overhyped.
Why?
I think people, and this hurts because I'm rooting for Geno Smith. People think I don't like Geno Smith because he outplayed Russell Wilson last year. That is not true.
You just don't like the Seahawks.
Yeah, no, I fucking hate the Seahawks.
Yeah, it's not
I hate
Geno
everything
Smith,
about their scamming team. I hate that they let the Patriots beat them in the Super Bowl after destroying the Broncos in the Super Bowl, after fleecing us in the Russell Wilson trade. There's so much I hate about them, okay? And I think they're a good football team. I think Geno Smith outperformed himself last year. And I think we saw it late in the season. I don't think he can carry this team and turn them into what Seahawks fans believe they can be this year. If the running game slows down at all at any point, they are doomed. Their defense should be better. They felt like they made all the right moves this offseason. They had another great draft. They're gonna disappoint Seahawks fans.
Okay. Can I again? This is a weird one. The Jacksonville Jaguars. I think he's going to be so good, but with the Calvin Ridley hype is too much now. As a team, I think they're going to be really effing good. So I feel like the hype checks out. It's just the Calvin Ridley one is like getting a little crazy. It's a little crazy, but the hype checks out.
The hype does check out. If it doesn't, it's like the reason the Jags won't be good, it's if Trevor Lawrence regresses,
which I don't think he will.
And I think he survived Urban Meyer, and I don't think anything will ever be able to stop him now.
No, he's like, I'm good. Now.
He's got like he's just covered in armor now. He's like, I went through hell, and now I'm prepared for anything.
Yeah.
Man, a Jaguars Eagles Super Bowl would be so freaking fun.
That would be fun.
Doug Peterson coaching against his old team. Ooh.
Be fun.
I don't know what I would rather see. Lions Jets or Eagles Jags.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Packers because like I legitimately got to ask a question. Vikings, that is a weird one.
It is. What do people even think of the Vikings?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think anyone's even talking about them. So I feel like they automatically go to underhyped because I think they're the one team in the division nobody's talking about.
Yeah. I think you're right. It's like they were the overhyped team last year and they won games. Like, give them credit. They won games.
Yeah.
Nobody thought they would be good.
Yeah.
In the playoffs. and they proved to not be good in the playoffs.
Correct. Yeah, like everyone knew that they were like, okay, this team is not for real. Like they're not. They're not.
Cheap shot against the Browns. I don't take cheap shots on the Browns. I take cheap shots on one specific player for the Browns. And there's several good reasons as to why. Outside of that one player who I've said I think is going to be good this season, I've said it several times. I think that quarterback will be good this season. I said I don't want him to be good, but I think he's going to be very good this season. They got the best running back in the league, in my opinion, in Nick Chubb. I think their wide receiver group is going to be very good. I like Elijah Moore. I think that's a solid add next to Amari Cooper.
Mm-hmm. Nick Chubb is going to get all the carries. Yeah, so like where do the Browns even go though? Because like that's also the biggest question mark.
Are they underhyped?
I think
Properly
they are.
Hyped? I think I kind of get two feelings
it's all about
from
Watson.
what I hear about the Browns, and it's that they're going to be very good this year, but that's assuming that Deshaun Watson's going to look a lot better than he did because he got incrementally better as he played. But
that'd be good. That'd be good. You gotta remember that, Brent. That's actually pretty good.
Best Super Bowl matchups. Okay. Well, we already got two of them. Spoiler.
Sure. How are they worse? I mean, they lost Thielen, who's old, but they lost Dalvin Cook, which I think losing Dalvin Cook is a negative. They got Brian Flores, which I like. Zadarius Smith, who was there for 5 seconds. He's gone now.
I don't think that they're worse than they were last year. I just think they overperformed so much last year that they had. Would they have the best record in the NFC?
I think no, they didn't have the best. The Eagles did. Brian Flores is their biggest addition. I still question the talent on that defense.
Yeah, show me a good defense, then we'll be talking.
All right, here's the Packers. People are saying the Packers are overhyped. I legitimately want to ask, who is overhyping the Packers right now? If anything, F you, Perna. If anything, I think people are like, no, they're going to suck ass because Rodgers isn't there. I feel like that is the main narrative that's being driven. I do not think that. I don't think they're going to be a bottom 3 team. But people are talking about the Packers that they are going to be like complete ass. And I think that minimum they're winning 6-7 games.
Mm-hmm. To me, the Packers feel like the 2016 Denver Broncos.
Okay.
I think Jordan Love can be as good as Trevor Siemian. I think the Packers can be 9-7. What is that now? 9-8 or 10-7? So, like, not bad, but just missed the playoffs. A winning record, but they missed the playoffs is what I feel like the Packers will be, which is the same as last year.
Which I would be happy with because it's with a new quarterback. You got a fitty, Perna.
Thank you, Trev. Look at that. Look at that sweet double bun bread. Let me tell you, Trev, I've got pressure. I feel like the videos have been doing well, and then today I just don't know what to make a video about.
Bread.
We ride and we die together.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everybody eats bread.
Everybody eats bread. Yeah, like the Packers are getting blasted. Like that they're supposed to be so terrible and so bad. So, and they could be like 100%. I think that people are overlooking the talent on that team. I'm not saying that they are Super Bowl contenders because I do not think that they are Super Bowl contenders this year. I think that they are like, they could have a ceiling of, like you said, like a 9-win team.
Yeah.
I just think that we
Lions. Don't think about Jordan Love.
We don't.
We'll see.
The Lions and Bears are taking the hype from the NFC North.
Yeah. The Packers, you just can't know right now. And I don't even care about the preseason games. Just let me look at Jordan Love at the end of September. Like that's when I want to like start to get a taste for what I think he is, because he's definitely athletically like a guy who can be very good in the NFL. I don't think there's any questioning that. He's had time to marinate and be comfortable as a Packer, as a player in that organization. I think all of that setting him up for success, but just give me 4 or 5 games. Let me see him play, and then I'll have an opinion on the Packers, because if you just take him out of the scenario, there's a ton of talent still on that team, right?
Sure.
You know, it's like, is your defense going to underperform again like it did last year, or the defense could still underperform, but if like Christian Watson and Romeo, where art thou, Romeo,
Dobbs,
both take another leap forward as receivers, then all of a sudden they have like a very good offense.
Yep.
We'll see. Yep. Honest feelings about the Packers without trying to
that's why, and I know Bears fans are looking forward to this too. Bears and Packers are week 1. Like the amount of anticipation for that game, because you do have a lot of hyping of the Bears, and like Justin Fields is going to take that next step and they're going to be better this year. And then we're going to see like, all right, you know, what do we have in Jordan Love, and like real game time? Here we go. Like, that's why the preseason for me, like I'm super excited to see a lot of Jordan Love and see like, okay, you've started to see kind of like an escalation every single year for him. Where are we now? So I don't know, but
Get your hand off my penis!
okay.
Oh, right.
Brandon, what do you got coming out today, my friend?
No, man. I think probably our annual bold, stupid, and very accurate NFL predictions episode.
I like it.
It's a fun one we do every year. I'm doing a little earlier this season, but make sure you go and check out my wife Jess's most recent video. It's about when we were up in the mountains. It's a good one. I think it's my favorite one.
Ooh.
Also, 3 spots left in our last Underdog draft. 9 to 12 spots filled. What do you have, Tom? How's Coach?
I put it out last night. It was a 9-minute episode. It was brutal. It was brutal. Oh yeah. Tommy made some blood. Oh, yeah.
I saw there was like a skull,
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, I have a Jordan Love video coming out today.
Ooh, that should slap.
All about Jordan Love. So that's what's going to be, baby. But folks, we appreciate you. We'll be back on Wednesday. So stay tuned, 11 a.m. Eastern time. But folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated.
Navigated.
Whoa! Trevor! What a
Oh, spreading the love.
Get it!
Oh, wow. Is that a pancreas?
Appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks, Trev.
We got a fit it for the